let's get into it. It's going to start bucketing down rain in a second. I think these are OEM screws. No, they're not. Pharmatech. Plywood off the trailer. The plywood on the trailer. It's amazing to saw this size. Takes a key. Oop. That small. I've sheared, I think three or four on this saw, and I reckon this one will be next. No, it'll be right. I'll put it on properly. I'm going to use this saw next year. There we go. Put it on. I believe that is that size? No, next one up. That one. Yep. There. I'm going to run this saw next year. I just need to find some big timber. Nice and tight. Saw's Pharmatech bar studs and nuts on the spark plug. NGK. Well, it's not Pharmatech now with that flywheel key. This handle's still. Yes, OEM handle. Starter handle. Oh, and the side covers off me 390, 311 actually, 310. Oh, and the handlebars OEM, it's off at 660, that wasn't a shed fire. That's why it's got that little bit of rubber. It was down here, I just slid it up. And the compression valve, it's OEM. Oh, did I miss it? No, I didn't. Pretty sure the rest is tree fell on my 310. Took me 3.5 hours to assemble it. First kit saw. This back nuts being a pain. I don't want it to strip. It shouldn't strip because they're OEM. And this washer's funny, it's not the right one. But you can literally see how much it's done. There's no wear on the rim sprocket. That's probably out a little bit too much, that's the wrong one. Where is it? I mustn't have brought it over. This one here don't look like it's... oh yeah, it's in. Put a 20 on it, I think. That's what Sean gave me with it. Give me with it. Is this a 20? No, it must be an 18. Chain. No, it's a 20 chain. Semi chisel. Actually, I think it's stuffed. I've got a brand new one there, but I don't want to put it on it. Rather. Never had the issue with the tensioner on this one either. I did the Brian Joffner. He's on Pharmatech Saw Builder fans and builders or whatever it is. Put a O-ring underneath the gear that I'm turning now. You take the unit out, put an O-ring on the bottom of that gear that you activate with the screwdriver, and it doesn't lock up. If you know your kit saws, some of them lock up and they don't work. The only issue is the dog spikes on this don't line up. So it's a bit of a pain. Putting the clutch cover back on and lining that catcher up. Sometimes you can put it in, there you go. Once this saw's run in, I'm going to put a bigger bar on it. I've got the 25 there, but there's not much timber around me that's bigger than that. Well, there is, but it's got to be in the collection zone. That back nut is a pain. It goes, it's tough to get on, and then saw is an animal with a 20 on it. I've got a vice to mount there too, so I can sharpen chains in here. Show everyone how I do it. It's pretty much the same as bucking, but I'm still learning. Still learning. At least I can film it now and send it to him. The hashtag bucking experience. It's probably a touch too tight, but once it gets lubed, because this is the one that was on the 041, that one I just had previously, it's still a bit rusty. this chain on this saw will cut. It's blunt to touch, but because of the size. Maybe down the track I'll put the big ball, make it 99cc. Stock standard at the moment. It's the biggest saw I got. That runs. Yeah, that's good. No, I can't start it up. It's 6:30 p.m. Making sure old mate hasn't top handle solo 610. So in case you're wondering, I got this kit off Sean, $700. It's actually $750 on eBay, no bar or chain. For me to buy one from Pharmatech, I can get, because they're blue now, I can get a blue kit here for about, off eBay, I'll just tell you exactly. So the 660 is cheaper than the MS380. We'll just click on it. So it's $439 Australian. It's actually $399.88. Free postage, and then you pay the $40 GST to get it here. Apparently it's $439.87. But once it hits our customs at the airport, then they might $439.87. They might add more, so it's $750 to buy them from Sean. He must have got more in. He sold another 23. So it's better to buy here, I reckon. That's just me. I wouldn't take, I don't want to take the chance. With that, I have bought heaps of stuff from China. These, the company's called Mauser Australia, Mauser Electronics. They come out of America, Honolulu, I think, Honolulu, airport. It went through there, went through somewhere else. But they only took 4 or 5 days to get here. So yeah, I bought this off Sean, this kit. I believe, no, this is all, so the rear handle, plastics, this piece, that, pre-filter, intake boot, all that's, the intake boot's original, carb is original. It's just the rear handle to the plastics and this, and the pre-filter and this are new because I had the 660, sorry, 066. That was in the shed fire. Well, this is new too. That's why it's new, because it doesn't spring back properly yet. So the 066 that was in the shed fire, this handle come off. I replaced it, fixed it all up, put my new handle on it, plus this. And my original one had still MS660 badge OEM on it. So yeah, I saved it from the scrap bin. Oh, this is brand new too, I think. No, this is original. So the plan is to get a sock or a decent air filter. Oh, this has got the thing in it. So I believe that's set on winter. Summer. I don't know. I've never even noticed that. So apparently you can turn these around. I don't see how. Oh. I thought it was just in or out setting. Pharmatech plastics for the 660. Oh, up there, okay. Summer, winter. Well, it's not going to be run on summer, so we'll spin him back around and put him in the winter section. Pharmatech plastics for the 660 are good. I like them. As for 029, 039, MS 290, 310 and 390, crap. They function, yes. Trigger's nice. The only thing I don't like is where your badge goes. It doesn't fit and you got to drill holes. That's how big the 039 badge is. Here's a bar, 18-inch bar, $75. Ooh, 325 pitch. 026. Really need that bar. Not really, but yeah. 660 plastic's not too bad. 372. Maybe the blue's better than the orange. But the handle, you can see the difference. That's an OEM top cover. Just there. Pharmatech high top air cover. See the three different shades. That's ported and polished base gasket delete. I haven't advanced the timing, I don't bother with that. Definitely needs tuning in the wood. Probably an OEM clutch as well, as it slips. It's brand new. But I've got a few to sharpen. The 029 there needs bar studs and nuts. And the engine shroud. And it's good to go. Run in. The front stud was stripped. The back stud was alright, but I couldn't get it out of the engine pan. I tried the vice grips. I tried the vice. Stick the saw on the side, put the vice, then stud in the vice, tighten it up, and spin the end, the power head. Just kept burring up in the vice. So then I had to do the carb kit and run it to get it hot. Excuse me, and then I put it in the vice. Nothing. So I had to weld a nut. Welded a nut to it. Completely snapped the stud. Welded another nut to it. Ran it. And then I eventually got it off with a spark plug spinner. Not a, oh no, it was a ratchet with a 19mm. Just like this. That's a 17. It's probably the 19 from over here. Eventually got it off. I went to Sean's to get studs, carb kits. What else did I get? A starter cup for one of the Hondas. And the flywheel keys for the 660. And I got home and then I realised I forgot the studs and the nuts. I was going to get just Pharmatech. For now until I order OEM, but I'm not going to need OEM until for another 4 months. So yeah, that's the deal. So yeah, I might actually I still haven't found a saw that Archer bar fits on. It might fit. It's a 3/8 chain. It might fit. Well, I can make it fit on a home light. It might fit that partner up there. Might fit the partner, but the partner's 325 drives. Sprocket. That Archer bar's 3/8. Yeah. So the plastic, the 029, 039, MS 290, 310 and 390 rear handle from Pharmatech. It's not too bad. I got it because that 039. I'll go and get it. So it's a very, very late 039. It's got the MS caps. It's still an 039, but it has the MS, has an MS390 rear handle and air filter cover, because the original handle was snapped here and this piece was still here, but I got it off a carver, so the original badge is just, it's popped into place there because it's an MS390 rear handle. If I were to change it to an MS390, I need the MS390 starter, but I didn't really want to do that, so I got this off at $15 off an wood carver. Well, he still is a carver. This one in the MS211, the 211 was missing the top cover, and you know the AV mount that's in here, the spring and the piece of wire, it was broken. I got that for, so I got 7 saws off him for $100. The new top cover for the MS211 was $60 OEM, and I think the spring worked out to be about $25 to $30 because it's 3 pieces. You get the spring, you get the wire, and you get the bit that the spring screws into, that screws to the cylinder on the 211. I've used this saw last July. I cut my grandfather a load of red gum. That's what's all over it. Red ribbon gum. You can see how dirty it is. Plus a bit of yellow box. The red gums turns black when the oil hits it. It's got a 20-inch, says steel, but I reckon it's Chinese steel. Rollermatic E. You can see how much work it's done, and look at this. With a skip tooth hurricane semi chisel on it. A lot of people bag it, the hurricane chain, but if you're cutting, well, I was cutting red gum and yellow box, which are Aussie hardwood. I took the 2-in-1 system with me for the 3/8, which is, it works on this semi chisel. I had to touch it up once while I was cutting the load for my grandfather, and then I went and topped up the trailer at my uncle's house. You know what? I'll get you a piece. It's just out the door. It's red gum, same stuff, but this stuff I'm going to make shelves with. But I'll get you a piece to show you what it looks like. So that's red gum. When that was freshly cut, it would have been the same colour as the top of my shirt. So, my uncle was splitting some knotty bits on the splitter when I turned up. So, well, he put the splitter away. So then I had to cut it into pieces. But in the end, I didn't end up cutting noodle waste. You know, I just threw the big blocks in, and I ended up doing it at my grandfather's house. But my cousin that cut all the wood, he goes, "Oh, there's some red gum sleepers there. Can you cut them up for me in about, I think he said 350 lengths." So about that much. Yeah, righto, but railway sleepers, they got the brake dust and nails and sparks fly everywhere. I ended up doing 2 cuts. I'm talking 100mm by whatever they are, wide, 250, 300, whatever. 2 cuts, the chain to be completely blunt, so I went through I had two chains with me. The other one's full comp chisel bit. Sharpened the beach about 6 or 7 times. I'd say that's what stuffed the bar, because but once because now I've got the proper gauge like Buchan's got, 3/8 and 404. I should be right now. The bar, the movement in the chain shouldn't matter, as long as the tooth's sharp and the rakers are set. We should be right. I did sharpen, was a top handle saw the other day, because I made a few videos with and tagging hashtag Buchan Experience about raker gauges, because I know he runs 3/8 mainly, so he's got his little thing, this raker gauge. So I wanted to know if, because I've got 0.325, I've got 3/8 low profile, 404. So I've got 4 or 5 different chains I use, and I've only got 2 different types of raker gauges. So that's where all that comes from. I'll just check this again real quick. I don't know if he was serious or he was mucking around. Has he seen my, what page? Just ask him what group. So yeah, and then I think it was 2 logs left to cut, split cut, like I cut halfway down, and I got a big metal wedge, it's about that big. 2 cuts before I was finished. It was playing up like it was out of tune, kept sort of going out of tune. So I took the plug out to have a look at it, and the frigging thing, the helicoil come out with the spark plug. I didn't even know it had a helicoil in it. So then I had to race around and find one. Thank God I was in my hometown where I was born. I knew the mechanic. I know the mechanic, one of the mechanics that were there, and he said, "Yeah, I've got one, come down and get it." So I went down and got a new helicoil, put it in, finished it, cut off, and I think the saw above this is leaking. Fixed it, finished cutting the wood from my grandfather, because he's going to natural gas heating. He has a Canara, It's got a wood stove inbuilt into the original. Would have been open fire, I'd imagine, in the inside the brick. He's 80 something years old. Can't remember. He was born in 39, so whatever. 81. Yeah, so he's going through a natural gas inbuilt heater like the wood fire, but gas. And it was cold when we were there, and he doesn't run the reverse cycle. Heater, because it costs too much. Gas is still alright. The fuel is still alright. They don't call it gas here. So she needs a good clean. I've got to wait to get some more Vario clean. I've actually got brake cleaner here. No, it's empty too. This saw, I've always wanted to own an 039. I've got one. Sorry. So one of my mates reckons I've got these spring compressors for, you know, car suspension springs. I said no, I've got my own set. He took them back ages ago. Now I've got one. Now I've got an 029. I wanted to buy me dad's, but he won't let it go. It's going to need a new set of rings. When I left home, I'm going to say 12 or 13 years ago, probably 13, just about. It took 9 pulls for it to pop on choke. And I hate to imagine how many it'd been here. That saw he bought brand new in 1989. It has never been to a steel shop ever, and it's probably hasn't even been cleaned since the last time I cleaned it. He's typing, but I'd imagine he might be posting it. And these Pharmatech spikes, rubbish. Folded down, folded up. That's from the sleepers. So there's a one on the inside that's not bent. That's the second last. The other 3, 4, the other 3 are bent up, and this one's bent down. I've got the OEM one over there, the pissy little one that goes on the inside here. I just got that one. These ones actually I got them. I don't know if I got them off Sean or already had a set. I think I got them off Sean. It's not much of an issue, you can just grind that off. He's not facing it, he's just giving it to me. It's an old red and green Super XL 12. No, it's just an XL automatic. Ashman. This is going to kill me, but you know, that's how it goes. I'm babbling on again, I'm sorry. I'll probably edited most of it out, but yeah, 031. Is the only saw I need to complete my Farm Boss collection. I've got all the clamshells, which is these 029, 310, 039, MS311, 034. 034 is my clamshell, but 032, 041. Has spark and compression. Sick. I've got carby. Handle and muffler is what it's got. Yeah, I can put that to use. Show you. XL automatic. I'm not sure. Yep. So this is my O2OT. It keeps stopping there. So I'm going to see what I can do without cutting my finger, because I've done this before on this saw. So what I'll do is wrap it around I went the wrong way. Hold it there. The water keeps butting in. XL automatic, I'm not sure on the CCs of that. That's better. This saw's got to have a rebuild too. It runs, but it's spoiled a little bit on the oh, hang on, yeah, scored a little bit on the exhaust side. I think this is the one I sharpened the other day. Yeah, I did. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. I used the wrong size file. Better. Yeah, I think I used the wrong size file. haven't touched it at all. No, I haven't. It hit nails. I was cutting pallets. Cutting pallets and pruning trees with it. It's got a husky bar on it. Oh no, it works. Only had to re-drill the hole for the oil. So that's fixed. Well, as I was saying before, the 041 Farm Boss, I actually do have a Farm Boss, but I need the engine to finish it off. But every one I get, every 041 I get, I can't help myself, they're all different variations, so that's why it's together as a shell on the shelf. That's it. So all the others are AVs. I've got a red top, orange top that I completely refurbished. Trappies, that one there, and the chain brake model I got showed just this morning. So I think I might leave you there, have a good night. I'll come back in the morning, hopefully, or maybe later tonight. And we might come back later on. I'm just got to find the solder. Maybe mount me vise. I might not even have to mount it. A removable one from here for right here would be nice. That means I'll have holes in the top. It says 2. There's a piece of ply, structural ply, this stuff, under this, and then the floorboards on top. As long as I don't push too hard, like this. Should be sick. I think I might turn this off. I'll have to edit a lot of crap out of this video, I think. I'll turn it into 3. Yeah, I will. I'll turn it into 3, I think. I don't know how I'm going to do that because it's one video. So yeah, might go find this solder, work out what I'm going to do next. Go make coffee actually. So I'll leave you there. Take her easy, and see you on the next one. Uru.